Well, good morning, YouTube. Today's topic is going to be a VR for Rando Survivor, and he's got a giveaway going on, and he wanted to know about a hobby that we haven't yet spoken of on YouTube. Okay, I have two we're going to talk about today. I like to play chess, and I have a card game hobby that I picked up when my daughter was 12 years old. Well, maybe a little before that, but not much. Now, chess I enjoy greatly when I can find a good game. Trouble is, I haven't been able to find a good chess game, a challenging chess partner, since the early 80s. The last time I had a challenging chess game was when I played against a fella named Kasparov out of the USSR, one of the Russian Grand Masters. Excuse me a second here. Just one of them noisy dinosaurs I drive to make money on. Yeah, won't buy. As I say, that was the last time I had a challenging game. Actually, it was 9 games, and it was a push. He won 4, I won 4, and we had a draw for the 9th game. So, but here's the thing. The rest of my chess games are mostly about teaching youth, because, like I said, I haven't been able to find a good challenging game. The other hobby I've had since, like I said, since my daughter was about 11 or 12. I would have been right around 2000 when I picked up this hobby. And it's going to blow some people's minds. Now, every one of these cards was in my RAM back in 2012 when it was burned. And I have been spending every spare moment I could spare trying to find replacements for them. Sorry about the bump on the camera tripod. Let me turn you around here a little bit. Turn you down so you can see what I'm talking about. These 4 boxes contain every Yu-Gi-Oh card, dual monster card, within one given incarnation. You're going to say, what do you mean incarnation? Okay. In Yu-Gi-Oh, there are many different, what I call incarnations. Dark Beginnings 2, so on. These are just, I believe, these are just Dark Beginnings 2. Well, most of them are. Some of them are out of other incarnations, but for the most part, these are Dark Beginnings, and I believe that's Dark Beginnings 2. Yeah, no, these are Dark Beginnings 1, mostly. Yes, Dark Beginnings 1. But I've got a card here and a card there that are out of other sets. For instance, this one right here is one of my favorites. Guilford, the Legendary. The Legend, excuse me. The only way you get Guilford is to take Iron Knight and you play a magic card called Restraint Release, and then you equip him with a 1,000-year dragon sword. That's the sword he's holding in this card. This was the combination played by Joey Wheeler in the duel against Bug, another character on the show. Now, the reasoning behind it, here's one of my other absolute favorite cards, and I hope this shows up on the camera better, because I have not unwrapped it. Well, that's Dragon Master Knight. This is the Ultimate Blue Eyes White Dragon, or Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, whatever. This is where you have used a fusion card to fuse 3 Blue Eyes Dragon together. This one is where you've used a magic card to fuse the Knight and the Ultimate Dragon together and make them even more powerful. Here's the point. Trading cards have never been what I would consider my strong suit. But I'm also a parent. And any parent who has children anywhere between, I don't know, 10 and 40 will recognize what I'm about to say and be nodding their head and saying, yeah, he's right. Or I should say, most parents, not all. There are a few that are blessed with not having run through this. Here's the thing. Kids, about the time they turn somewhere between 10 and 14 years of age, as a general rule of thumb, get the notion that they know everything, and mom and dad don't know nothing. That they're 10 foot tall and bulletproof, and nothing they do is ever going to harm them. So they try to do anything and everything they want, and this stage of life lasts pretty much right up until about age 30, give or take. Some come to it earlier, some later, but as a general rule, 30. And then sometime right around 30 years of age, these kids are going to go, Mom, Dad, you remember you told me this, that, or the other thing? You were right. That's when you get your kid back. Well, knowing this, because I'm a much older parent, and knowing that this was going to be the case with my daughter, I decided at that age to take an interest in something she was interested in. And at the time, she had 2 overdriving interests. The GAW, or Duel Monsters. And boy, let me tell you, I was spending an arm and a leg providing her with what she wanted for the Duel Monster cards. And I was spending another arm and a leg for her other passion. Pokemon. Ew. I couldn't get into the Pokemon. At least the Duel Monsters were, at least in part, interesting. So it has taken me, like I said, from 2012 until now, to replace these cards. Having to buy them 1 card at a time instead of in packs, like I bought them originally. And I've probably got $4,000 or $5,000 invested now. When I originally bought them, there were, what was it, 25 or 30 cards in a booster pack. Oh, let me show you something here. When I say booster pack, this is what I'm talking about, okay? Now, this is not from Dark Beginnings 1, but it's a booster pack. Now, in this particular bunch, I believe this is a Dark Revolution. I believe there's about 12 or 14 in this packet. And then I've got another packet back here behind it. I'm not sure which one that one is. Also, Dark Revelation. I took these packets as trades for given cards. I haven't even bothered to open them, but the point is you get those for like $3, and there was like 12 or 14 of them in the packet at a time. Up to as much as 20, depending on which kit you were in. Other things I got that were not 1 card at a time, back when, were things like this right here. This is Yugi's deck, which 60 cards all at one time cost me $20. And this was Joey Wheeler's deck, I think it was Joey Wheeler's deck that I bought. Also $20, 60 cards. Yeah, 19 and some change. $20. I've had to put both decks back together piecemeal, 1 card at a time. These cards, or the original sets that I had, were in my RAM 1500, June the 20th, 2012. And I've mentioned that date before to y'all. That was one hell of a how do you do for my anniversary. In here, I have a lesson that I learned the hard way. A different wrapper than normal for Dark Beginnings 1. And these cards... Oh, wait a minute. No, these are Dark Beginnings. Excuse me, my mistake. I guess I disposed of those other cards that I had. I had some really bad cards. And they came in, that's right, they were all 4 decks. Yu-Gi-Oh!, Joey Wheeler, so on. Come to find out, thankfully I only paid like $3 for each deck. They were forgeries. So there's a lesson to be learned in that, ladies and gentlemen. If you're going to buy Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, you have to hold them up to a strong light, and if you can get any light through the card, it's probably a forgery. What you should be able to see is this right here, Konami. You should be able to see that through the card. Okay? Something to that effect. I forget the exact details. It's been a long time. But that's how you avoid getting screwed on these things. But there's the other hobby. Chess and Duel Monsters. No, I don't play the game. I just collect them, so I've got something to... I was collecting them so I'd have something to discuss with my daughter. Well, there you go, Rando. We'll be talking to you later.